All this time, photographic equipment has been monopolized by Japanese enterprises. The blockade of technical information makes us even unable to manufacture the most basic TTL flashlight. For manufacturers of flashlight, the most difficult part is how to pass the data transmitted by the camera through the hot shoe of the flashlight. If we could not pass this data, we won't be able to manufacture a fully automatic modernized flashlight. Here comes the good news. A famous domestic enterprise of photographic equipment, Pixel, finally managed to realize the reading of hot shoe data of the flashlight after breaking through multiple technical barriers. When the lens of the camera zooms in or zooms out, the camera would firstly know the current focal length of the lens through the encoder inside the lens, and then notify the on-camera flashlight of the data through the hot shoe. Don't underestimate this data, only through which could the flashlight realize interaction between the reflection angle of the reflector ball with the visual angle of the lens and realize the maximum output power of the flashlight. Just like the electric torch irradiating for longer range with focusing light, Pixel Mago flashlight could support long focus lengths up to as far as 200 mm with an unprecedented flashlight index of GN65. As the hot shoe data of Japanese cameras could not be passed this whole time, TTL has been almost the most directed weakness of Chinese flashlight compared with Japanese flashlight. Actually, as long as the camera parameters sent from the hot shoe could be completely passed, TTL is really a piece of cake. All we need to know is the aperture size, ISO data, and focus distance in the standard photographing, and then we can basically control the range of output brightness according to standard grayscale. Let's talk about the concern of many shopbugs FP high-speed sync. Pixel has brought the maximum synchronization speed of Mago to as high as 1/8000 seconds. Using the switch key of the flash synchronization mode, we could switch to high-speed synchronization mode to implement 1/8000 second shutter synchronization flash photographing and realize the effect we want. Now, let's slow down the shutter to see another interesting function Pixel Mago flashlight presents to us, Strobe flash. Firstly, press down the flash mode key to switch to the Strobe flash mode, and then set up the times and interval of Strobe flash through flash mode, switch key, and the deal. 1 Hz is equal to 1 time for a second. Try faster Strobe flash speed, and you can see the motion trends of the subject of the photographing clearly. A friend once told me that the essence of photographing is no other than the good control of flashlight. Photographing is actually a game of light and shadow. The so-called photographers are just masters who can use and control light. A photographer unable to use flashlight is no more than a live recorder. Pixel Mago flashlight has evident wireless flash functions. We can use 2 or more lamps for synchronized control. With multiple years of experience of Pixel in wireless flash, we can easily complete the layout of light you want. Press down the funk selection key for long to enter into the wireless flash mode. Let's set the Mago on the camera as the master through the LED switch on or F key and the deal. Set up 3 units of Mago as slave A, B, and C. Set the brightness of the overall or single light. Meanwhile, to avoid interruption, we will set all flashlight on channel 2. If you find the setup works quite complicated, you can also operate through the external flashlight control menu in the camera. Wireless flash brings us more ideas and plays. So many people argue that wireless flash is the playing thing of high grade, and it's too far away from the poor people like us. Well, this may be true back in the times when Japanese products were in multiple status. But now, you can take a Pixel Mago flashlight home with just $90. And the money you spend for 1 lamp of Japanese brand might bring 10 pixel flashlight to you. Pixel should really get a prize for this. The design of flashlight is actually a competition of software technology. We should keep in mind that flashlight communication protocol of foreign manufacturers has always been improved and expanded. When they present new cameras, the flashlight communication protocol will be upgraded as well. They will launch new flashlight function and induce you to buy them. But you know clearly that the hardware of new lights and the old ones are the same. Pixel, as an enterprise with the sense of nationality, could not stand by watching such accuracies repeat again and again. By upgrading the firmware through USB, the function that even original manufacturers dare not think about is now realized by Chinese brands. Real-time upgrading to adapt to the latest technology is not impossible.